Hello, Raider. Welcome to Arc Raiders, or my introduction to Arc Raiders. This is not a scripted video. It's not like your typical YouTuber who reads off a giant ass script. Yeah, you can loot stuff. You can pop open trunks, grab rubber duckies off desk, take off in some kind of freaking tube system that'll shoot you up to the top of the earth, pop open doors, get shot in the back. I mean, what's not to love in this game? Shoot some robots, blow up some robots, go get those robots parts, pick how your character looks. Meet this guy, this girl, that guy,
I'm all ears.
and climb a ladder. This is actually my first mission on Arc Raiders. This is like my very first one. This was a solos. I didn't know you could switch to teams. But here you see I try to pull up my map and try to figure out where to go. But it turns out I was auto walking. And I was also on a roof. So yeah, I fell to my death. Big W. Best gamer in the world award goes to me, Prevail. You know what I'm saying? Just take yourself out. Why don't you? So anyways, we try again, guys. We try again. So this is my first quote-unquote extraction shooter. This is also my first PvE slash PvE VP, which is player versus environment versus player. Now, of course, I've played player versus player games, and of course, I've played player versus environment games. The one thing I can say about this game is it truly does feel like I'm playing a single-player game, except like imagine like a single player game where you'd run into enemies that are NPCs and you have to fight them off. Instead, it's real players that are doing their own things, and their own things could be a quest. They could be doing some type of mission, they could be out hunting for a certain type of loot. But their also quests could be, or their personal quests could also be to hunt you and steal everything you have and maybe just play the game for the fun of hunting you down. So yeah, player versus environment, when I first heard that, I was like, are you fighting the volcano or like, what are you fighting? This game has a lot of drones, especially on this first map that we start at. It's called Damn Battlegrounds. Oh, by the way, this video is made for people who have not played Arc before, but who've heard about it. Probably it's like the most hyped game right now, so how have you not heard about this game? This game reminds me a lot of Fortnite, as in like where you have weapons and you have to have ammo for that type of weapon. You have green health, you have blue health, which is your shield obviously, but it also reminds me a lot of The Last of Us. And the reason why it reminds me of The Last of Us is because you see me looting here. Sometimes weapons, little drawers, closets, not necessarily a closet, but like a locker, stuff like that, like a hidden, a locked chest, maybe an unlocked chest. You loot, you're doing that type of looting. In The Last of Us, also, I'm more advanced now than this gameplay you see here, but I'm about a week in. But so yeah, you do crafting. So like if you have this item, a few of this item, one of this item, and one of this item, maybe you can craft like some hills. Maybe you can craft a grenade or a smoke bomb, something like that, a weapon. This game has a ton of stuff you can craft. So I was really on the fence about buying this game, and because I hadn't paid for and this is going to sound really bad, but I hadn't paid for a video game, especially not anywhere close to quote unquote full price or even half price, in forever. I've been playing Rocket League and Fortnite for like the past 2, almost 3 years. So as you know, those games are practically free. So when I say practically, I mean cosmetics. But they're practically free, so I was really on edge about buying this game. I was like, I don't know if this thing is going to be like a one-hit wonder type game, like be cool for a month or two and then die out, or maybe it's complete trash. But I figured I went ahead and take the gamble on it. Now, my first day or two of playing it, I was still a little bit on edge, still a little bit unsure if I made the right decision. But now, about 5 days later, 7 days later, 5 days of gameplay, 7 days later, I'm pretty sure I made the right decision. This game has been tons of fun. One of the things I love most about it is running into other players. Some, I'd say about 80% of the time they're friendly, at least right now. Um, and 20% of the time they're not friendly, and you have to deal with that. But being able to come across somebody and be like, hey, like, what are you looking for? Like, hey, be friendly, don't shoot. And you're hoping they're on the same page, and you kind of have your gun, not aimed at them, but not zoomed in on them, ADS down on them, but pointed at them, like walking away from each other, like, don't do it, bro, don't do it. And then just running into people in solos too is kind of cool, especially if you guys have both done what you've needed to do and being able to escape together. That is really fun. And also, this game, let me get to a little bit more entertaining talking. This game has super intense moments. And this was technically my second game played, but like I said, the first one I fell off the building accidentally. But this game has really intense moments, and the ending of this game, you will see what I mean by really intense moments. So, like I said, I'm brand new right here, but more experience. My mistake right here is this first drone. I forgot what it's called. I don't know if it's called a Wasp or what it's called. But anyways, that kind of drone has a crap load of shield. Now, I was brand new thinking, oh, it's just a drone. Let me just shoot it down while I'm looking at it and it's not looking at me. So I try to go run in the tree, hide in the trees here. Unfortunately, there's a bug where the robots can still see you in the trees. They're not supposed to be able to see you in the bushes. I think the devs have patched that since. But unfortunately, I just got really unlucky and this thing has like aimbot on me. So yeah, you can see that heavily shielded face that it has, as well as protecting its two propellers. And this thing pretty much almost kills me. I think I got kind of lucky killing that thing as being brand new. So the crazy thing about this game is, unlike Fortnite, like, you're not necessarily ending a game with max ammo. Typically, you barely have enough, or at least for me, like, I bring about 160 AR ammo, and I am almost completely empty, if not empty, by the end of the game, which I know is bad. So I'm going to start bringing more. But yeah, as you can see, ammo is very, very scarce. So sometimes you want to avoid fighting if you didn't plan for it. Me, I couldn't have planned for this because I didn't have any ammo to bring, I don't think. Well, I didn't know that you could buy ammo at the time. Yeah, but you have to buy ammo before the game, so yeah, I don't have ammo. So right here, I'm pretty much out of ammo. All I have is like SMG ammo and literally no heals. So I'm kind of screwed here. I'm checking my backpack to see if I have anything, double checking it. I'm like, bro, how do I not have any freaking ammo, bro? What do I do? I guess I have a little bit of shield. This game does have a battle pass, and it doesn't seem like you have to pay for it once you buy the game, of course. Just for those who are wondering, normally the game full price is $40. I got it on sale for like $32 during the Epic Games winter sale. And in return, Epic Games gave me like $7 worth of in-store credit. So that was pretty cool. That I can use towards any game, even if I already own it. So that thing landing there, I don't know what it is. I think that's one of those things you could just search. I'm not sure if there's enemies that come out of there. But at the time, I'm freaking scared because I'm like, yo, I have low ammo, no green health. Let's just get the heck out of here, bruh. So yeah, there's no cars in this game, which is kind of a downer. Like I kind of wish that there was little four-wheelers that you could take. And unfortunately, I went to the Raider hatch. Being brand new, I thought that this was an exit. I mean, it is an exit. I just don't have the key for it. So it looks like we got to go to another exit. Hopefully don't pick that one, Isaac. We only got 2 minutes left on that one. Yeah, click that one, buddy, and get to running. The intensity scene is coming up, guys. Another cool thing about this game, if you are one of my viewers from the Rocket League part of my channel, of course you know that in Rocket League we have been complaining for like the past year or 2 years for Rocket League to bring trading back, and Rocket League absolutely refuses to bring trading back or even acknowledge that thousands upon thousands are constantly begging / bugging them to bring trading back, and they refuse. Arc Raiders, on the other hand, tells us, hey, we don't have a trading system, but if players trade amongst themselves, that is what they do. Basically giving the players free will and also letting us know that there is not any repercussions, or we're basically not going to get in trouble for trading. I met a random friend in solo queue trios yesterday. Shout out Sharky. And me and him traded tons of stuff. I gave him stuff he needed. He gave me stuff I needed. We saved each other hours of searching. So that was really awesome. Also, shout out Fades for hooking me up with weapons that I definitely shouldn't have on your second day of playing Arc Raiders. I literally had the best gun in the game. I also had like a mobility grapple that you shouldn't have on your second day of playing this game. Big W Yap Sesh, guys. Like I said, this video is going to be the only video assuming that you've never played before and know very little about Arc Raiders. There is multiple maps. To my knowledge, I think there's about 5 maps at minimum. And each map is like way different. Like this map is, obviously there's big buildings I could go to, but I kind of avoided the buildings this game just because I wanted to survive and I didn't really want to run into a ton of trouble as far as like the robots go and as far as like other people go. So I tried to play this level low key. And as you see, even though I tried to play low key and safe, I still ran into trouble because I'm out of ammo here, missed all my bullets. Looks like I have, what, 52 bullets left in this little SMG. Sorry guys, I'm really sick. Being more experienced now, I know that this particular SMG does very, very little damage to these robots. So I'm really going to have to make my shots count. Looks like we do. Another thing that I am aware of at this moment is shooting, if anybody is not friendly, is definitely going to let them know where you are, and they're also going to probably know that you're probably hurt because you just got into some kind of, interaction. And they also know that I'm trying to escape, with the escape being right here. So I'm pretty screwed right now. We got 20 bullets. That's practically not really going to do anything to a person. Maybe knock some of their shield off. But no heals. We're almost one shot. As you see, the screen is a little bit gray. It's because I'm almost dying. And that is a nice friendly reminder that, hey, buddy, you are on thin ice.
Over there. Look, there.
And for the people who normally play Arc Raiders, do not worry. Episode 2 is going to be an intense game, I promise you. I have crazy games every day I play. This is just an intro video. So yeah, you call the elevator and you gotta like type in some code or tell it to take you back. And look what happens. Boom, right there. Somebody snuck into here and I didn't even know it. And they could have shot and killed me. but they were friendly. But they literally shocked me, man. Like I can't remember if I was scared, but I was like, oh my god, man. Oh my god, I can't believe they snuck up on me and snuck in like that. That's freaking crazy. Anyways, episode 2. I'm probably gonna go play and record it right now after I upload this. I'll see you cats later, okay? Bye.